This is the Rapid Bike Studio. Thanks for joining us for the second session of live, interactive, and exclusive coverage of the Bayelsa Imo Kogi election 2023. I am Nkamian John the Beloved, also known as the Controversial, and I remain your host on both Rapid TV channel 176 on Star Times and of course on Rapid 96.5 FM Uma here, as we give you coverage of the Bayelsa Imo and Kogi elections. Now, Rapid's Bike Studio will treat you to breaking or developing stories, live and interactive eyewitness report, and all that unfolds before, during, and after the elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi. We are live and interactive on all our social media platforms. On Facebook, it's official Rapid TV. And it is also Rapid 965 FM. On Twitter, also known as X, official Rapid TV, and Rapid 965, and on Instagram it's at official Rapid TV and at Rapid 965 FM. We encourage you to be part of our growing online community by following and liking Rapid TV and Rapid 96.5 FM across all social media platforms. This will afford you the opportunity to contribute to conversations on the polls live across all our social media platforms. Now we go straight to our correspondent, our guest actually, who's coming all the way from Abuja via Skype, as we look at some of the latest developments in Bayelsa State. We hear that we hear that there are certain developments that have taken place, especially as voting has commenced across most parts of Bayelsa. The Independent National Electoral Commission says a total of 1.8 million persons who collected their permanent voters cards are expected to vote in today's off-circle election in Kogi and Bayelsa State. The resident electoral commissioner, Dr. Gabriel Longspet, disclosed this in the capital of Kogi State, Lokoja to be precise, while briefing reporters on the level of preparedness of the commission. He said the commission had observed the necessary formalities expected to offer a free and fair and creditable elections. Well, we also hear that one of the 9 resident electoral commissioners deployed to Bayelsa State to supervise the gubernatorial elections, Mrs. Caroline Okwe, has expressed satisfaction with the early arrival of materials to several polling units in various parts of Bayelsa. Okwe, who is the resident electoral commissioner for Nasarawa State, spoke at a polling unit 008 Mpasia Sibyl Primary School in Yenogwa, the Bayelsa State capital, while monitoring the exercise. And according to her, the early arrival was due to the deployment of electoral materials to the registration area centers, racks, where they slept overnight. When asked why voting did not commence on time, despite the early arrival of INEC officials, the resident electoral commissioner said that though they arrived on time, they had to wait for the official time to commence voting. She appealed to the electorate to continue to maintain peace to avoid cancellation of their votes as a result of violence. Joining me, as I said much earlier, via Skype to take a critical look at all that has transpired so far in the polls in Bayelsa, in Imo, and Kogi State is a political and public affairs analyst. Most importantly, he is a journalist, and Kunle Adeni is my guest in the Bike Studio. Kunle, good afternoon. It's nice to have you join us in our Bike Studios this afternoon.
Good afternoon, John, and it's a pleasure being on board with you.
Thank
have
you.
a beautiful
Thank you
studio for the
making out
coverage of
time
the
to
elections.
be with us. We appreciate, we know it's a busy period for virtually every journalist that's on the political bit at this period. But let me start. What's your reaction so far with the exercise? I know you're monitoring closely from Abuja, starting from Kogi all the way down to Bayelsa. But what's your what's your reaction to the exercise so far?
Well, I must say it's a big day first for us to say for all of the states where elections are happening. You remember that this is the off-cycle elections, and for the life of the current administration, it's going to be the first that we are going to be experiencing, the first of elections, and not forgetting where we were coming from, the February 25th elections of early this year, and of course the March the 26th election, governorship elections, and so we know that for a lot of states, elections have already taken place in major parts of the country already, and so states where we didn't have elections concluded, we are getting to the tail end of election activities in some of those states. When you talk about first impressions, I mean, so far so good. We from observations from reports that we have been getting on the field. Of course, yes, we may not be physically present, but everybody is expecting to see the entire process in itself, because there was a lot that was said and done during the previous governorship and the presidential elections. And of course, what kind of reflection that has had going into the conduct of this election shows the significance. It talks about the importance of elections in this state, especially how a lot of people will see the elections in the state. So it's a very important exercise, and so far we can tell you that we have recorded very smooth processes in the kickoff of the elections in this state, in the states of Bayelsa, in the states of Imo, and in the states of Kogi State. Even though there was almost a scare in Bayelsa, I'm sure you got that notification from the Independent National Electoral Commission talking about INEC, which said that one of the boats carrying his staff and his personnel and his logistics capsized in the Kulama local government area of Bayelsa State, and of course that was also worrying because that particular area has a registration number of over 5,071 registered people in that particular area. Although we know that at least about 5,036 of those people of electorates in the state had collected their PVCs and were supposed to partake in the exercise, but INEC did assure that yes, there was no serious incident, even though it led to the loss of their power banks and the likes, but that they will do everything possible to ensure that people are allowed to go about their franchise and they are not disenfranchised in any way, so that which means that you will expect that whatever the issues were, it's very important that no life was lost, because the safety of our personnel, we always talk about them, is also very important during the conduct of this election. So yes, the electoral umpires and their officials were safe, and we also expect that all of the devices that would have been needed to ensure the smooth conduct of the election in that particular area, we would have also seen backup provided, and if no serious damage was done, then it would also not affect the smooth conduct of the exercise. And as expected, we have also seen in certain most of the places where elections are being conducted that the elections also kicked off at 8:30, but there seems to be concerns about the issue of the turnout of the voters who are also partaking in this exercise. And the question is why we have this case of low voter turnout apathy, even though a lot of us had said it that that could also be an impact of the 2023 presidential and governorship elections that we saw earlier in the course of the year. You remember there was a lot of campaign, there was a lot of expectation, there was a lot of conversation where people were being, do I use the word gingered, for instance, in our local palace to say, oh, a lot of people should go and participate in the exercise. But I don't know if it really did meet up with the expectations of Nigerians, and this is the resultant effect of that fallout of the outcome of the elections that we are seeing this voter apathy. But of course, it's too early to say. So far, the process has been very smooth. So far, we have not had major issues, but we are also hoping that as it has started on this note, that John, it will go on as smoothly as that, because the issue usually with elections is not how the election starts. I can tell you for a fact. I mean, for those of us that have been active on the field, the issue is not the election in itself starting, but the process, the end of the process in itself. What do we see when we begin to get to the area of the counting of the votes and the collation of the votes? But I think what will be most important for a lot of people is also the use of the technology and the deployment of the technology, which is supposed to be a game changer in the elections. How is all of that likely to fare? And how much of our lessons did we learn from the earlier elections in the year that will turn and make a difference and say that, oh, the issue of the PBAS, the issue of the IRF, yes, we must have had certain issues in the course of, having a general elections which will be happening on a large scale, where millions of Nigerians, even more, I know you read out the numbers, maybe about, I think 1.7, 1.8, thereabouts. Even though at the end of the day, we may not record that large number of people coming out to vote, but at the end of the day, those issues that we saw earlier, how much of the errors have been corrected that will give people more confidence in the system. I think that is what a lot of Nigerians are also watching out for, to see if there are significant improvements with these three elections.
Now, Kunle, you have said a lot, and you have rightly spoken what is going through the minds of several millions of Nigerians who are closely monitoring the exercise in Bayelsa, in Imo, and Kogi states. But from what you've seen so far, is there an indication that INEC truly has learned from the lessons of the 2023 presidential and general elections, and that they mean to make a statement with what we have seen so far in Bayelsa, in Imo, and Kogi?
Well, INEC needs to make a lot of statements. There is no doubt about that. But I think it is too early to say how much of the statement they have made and what kind of statements they have made, because we are talking about the fact that there were lots of expectations. You know, a lot of people raised the bar very high for INEC, but for one reason or the other, INEC seemed to have. If some people will say not met up to expectations, so now is the time for them to reset. Now is the time for them to give themselves an opportunity to recalibrate and say that, look, we may not be, things may not be so rosy for us between INEC, the electoral umpire, and Nigerians. That's why you are probably recording the cases of low voter turnout and apathy that we are seeing with some of these elections in some of these places. But then again, there is a lot for INEC to do, and I think so far, I mean, if we are going to be fair with our assessment, if we are going to be looking at the level of logistical operations that INEC did embark on before these elections, and looking at how the processes have started in some of the states, I think so far we may not necessarily fault INEC's preparations. INEC seems to show that they have been on top of the situation, but at the end of the day, the conclusion of the process, how far they see through that process, will determine whether or not they have been able to redeem themselves before Nigerians, because INEC has a lot of redeeming itself to do right now. The question is, they have started, the process seems seamless in some places, but how far can they go in ensuring that they finish that task and probably give Nigerians can give them a chance going into subsequent elections?
Well, Kunle, just before I let you go, let's look at today's exercise from the standpoint of Mr. President, in the person of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who seriously seems to want to make a statement to reinforce that he wants credible elections come 2027. We have seen massive deployment of security personnel across Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State for the first time in a long time. INEC seems to be walking their talk. Early arrival of materials at polling centers. We have not heard issues from any of the three states of malfunctioning BVAS or inexperience of the ad hoc staff, which seems to be, one or two steps further than what we saw in February and in March when we had the presidential and general elections. For President Tinubu, what is the game plan here?
Well, it's a good reference because for him, this is the first elections that he will be conducting as president. And of course, you know that he's somebody that has just gone through a series of litigations. I mean, all the way from the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, even all the way to the Supreme Court over the legitimacy of the outcome of the election that brought him into office. And of course, although he's not currently in town at the moment, he has always tagged himself to be a Democrat. I mean, so when you tag yourself to be a Democrat, it means that yes, you are giving room for the principles of what a democratic process should be, where all the laws are obeyed, there is fair play. And so far, it seems like he seems to be giving that chance to those participating, because you know that John, where elections are concerned in this part of the world, we always talk about either the power of incumbency at the state level, or we always talk about the use of federal might, how much of a force it comes into play when we have elections of this magnitude. But we haven't really seen much of such, because what we seem to have is a case of the security agencies taking control of the situation. Where it concerns security, we seem to see INEC coordinating all of the necessary areas. So I don't think for now we have had the talk of allegation of APC trying to do this, even though in some states will try to muzzle whichever party is in control at the state level, will try to muzzle each other, especially in terms of resources and how far they can go, just to either claim power or retain the seat of power, as it is common with our elections. But there is a lot of expectation riding on the president, even though there are also some questions with the appointment of some resident electoral or commissioners, where some people have been alleged to have been loyalists. But we will see how that plays out in the management of the electoral umpire in itself, talking about INEC. But so far so good. I mean, what we know for with elections in Nigeria, we have not seen. But John, I can tell you, it is still too early for us. You know, it is just the accreditation and the voting stage where we will begin to feel the heat, because we are expecting that late hours in the night, some people would have finished, collation will start, and we expect that results will even start trickling in as early as either tomorrow, and by Monday we know what the scope of things are. If as peaceful as it is right now is the same peace that we enjoy during the collation center, then I think it will be a record for him that, I mean, yes indeed, whatever the issues may have been that brought him into office, whether people agreed or did not agree with the process and the outcome, he also seems to be redeeming and saying that yes, look, we want to protect our democracy at all costs, and that is the legacy that he, as the commander-in-chief of the country, the #1 citizen, should be planning to leave behind. I mean, having known what it means to go through such process of litigation and challenges of the outcome of election. And I think we also want to avoid that in the conduct of these elections as well, because if the elections are not free and fair, John, then you will have a lot of litigations and it will take a lot of time. It is going to be another legal battle in court. And the question is, can we afford another round of court litigations? Because it will show another case of failure. That look at what we saw with how many elections, over 26 elections earlier on in the course of the year, and we will not be able to just manage the conduct of elections in just 3 governorship states. Then that is going to be a far cry of the improvement that all of us expect to see. So it is not as challenging as what we had in March 26. Yes, the terrains are very difficult. We know that the terrains are different, but then again, it is an opportunity for all the stakeholders, from the president, from the electoral umpires, to preserve what is left of this democracy, to ensure that Nigerians have the confidence. Because some people will tell you, oh, well, we don't expect anything new. But if it is seen to be fair and transparent, I think in the long run, it will boost the confidence that Nigerians need going further, and the willingness that they will need to be able to participate where the need for them arises in subsequent elections.
Thank you, Kunle. I really appreciate that you could take out time to be in our bike studio as we monitor the coverage of elections in Bayelsa, Kogi, and of course, Imo State. We appreciate that you could be part of the
Definitely a pleasure.
All right, it's still the Rapid Bike Studio as we bring you live and exclusive coverage of the Bayelsa Imo Kogi election 2023. Remember, we have our ears to the ground and our lenses beamed on development. Quickly, we go to our woman in Southern Ijaw, in Bayelsa State. We did tell you much earlier that when it comes to the election in Bayelsa State, Southern Ijaw is one of the biggest local government areas in Bayelsa State and seems to be somewhat of a trump card for any of the candidates vying to steer the ship of the state for the next 4 years to be able to secure adequately the votes of the citizens in Southern Ijaw. Joining me is Gracious Funana, who has always been a tribute to our election coverage. Hello, Gracious. How are you doing? Okay, I think we're still trying to establish connection with Gracious. And of course, in Bayelsa, the state capital, we have Raphael Alkeni, who is also ensuring that we get all the updates as they come in. All right, we'll take a quick breather. When we return, we either reconnect with our people in Bayelsa, or we move on to our man on the ground in Imo State for the latest update. It is the Rapid Bike Studio, Bayelsa Imo Kogi Election 2023 studio. Don't go away. Do stay with us.
Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC), is set to battle 17 other candidates in the November 11, 2023 governorship election in the state, in a bid to retain his position as the #1 citizen of Governor Hope Uzodimma will conclude his first term in January 2024 after being sworn in as governor in January 2020 after the Supreme Court nullified the election of the then sitting governor Emeka Ihedioha and declared Uzodimma as the winner of the election. Ihedioha had been declared winner of the 9th March 2019 governorship election in the state under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). He had served as governor for about 8 months between May 2019 and January 2020 before he was sacked by the Supreme Court. This development pushed Imo into the list of states holding off-cycle elections in Nigeria. Some analysts say there had been an unwritten code in Imo State, which provided for power rotation among the three political blocs in the state, which also represent the three senatorial districts of Orlu, Owerri, and Okigwe zones. Owerri zone, with 9 local government areas, covers Imo East District. Okigwe zone, which has 6 local government areas, covers Imo North District, while Orlu zone, with 12 local government areas, covers Imo West District. However, the code was truncated when Rochas Okorocha emerged as governor of the state in 2011 under the platform of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, and exited office in 2019 after his second tenure. Okorocha, who defeated the sitting governor from Okigwe zone to emerge governor, hails from Ogboko, a community in Idato South Council area in Orlu zone. His emergence disrupted the alleged zoning arrangement in the state, which had favored the candidate from Okigwe zone to continue being governor to complete the zoning cycle. Alternatively, the Owerri zone would have been favored to take their shot at the governorship to keep the zoning arrangement alive, given that the previous governor hails from Orlu zone. For clarity, the first civilian governor of the state, Achike Udenwa, hails from Ami-Ifeke in Orlu local government area of the state within Orlu zone. Udenwa, who governed from 1999 to 2007, was succeeded by Ikedi Ohakim from Okohia in Isialambano local government area of the state in Okigwe zone. Ohakim governed the state from 2007 to 2011 before handing over to Okorocha. Emeka Ihedioha took over from Rochas Okorocha after winning the 9th March 2019 governorship election in the state, but was sacked from office by the Supreme Court on 14th January 2020. Ihedioha hails from Mumbuto community in Abombise local government area within Owerri zone. The Supreme Court consequently declared Hope Uzodimma as the validly elected governor of the state. The governor, who has served for nearly 4 years in office, hails from Omoma, a community in Oru East local government area within Orlu zone. This means that Orlu zone has served as governor of the state for nearly 20 years since 1999. A victory for Uzodimma on Saturday will take the figure to 24 years. However, Okigwe zone served for 4 years, while Owerri zone served for only about 7 months. Observers say the superior voting strength being enjoyed by Orlu zone may have accounted for their dominance in Imo State over the years. The zone has the highest number of local government areas in the state, 12 in number, and often emerged as the zone with the highest number of permanent voters card collected. But checks revealed that Owerri zone has overtaken Orlu zone in voting strength. Owerri zone, with 9 local government areas, emerged as the zone with the highest number of PVCs collected for the 2023 governorship polls in the state, according to the data from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC. A total of 1,032,405 voters collected their PVCs in Owerri zone ahead of the election, while Orlu zone, with 12 local government areas, came second with a total of 890,702 voters picking their PVCs in the zone. Okigwe zone is third with 395,812 voters collecting their PVCs in the area. Of the 18 candidates taking part in the exercise, only 3 are considered major contenders. They are the sitting governor of the state, Hope Uzodimma of the APC, former National Secretary of the PDP, Samuel Anyanwu, and an entrepreneur, Athan Achono of the Labour Party. The election is therefore a 3-horse race. A common feature among the 3 candidates is that the trio had served as senators in the past, although Mr. Achono was removed about 4 months after being inaugurated as a senator in 2015. So, what are the candidates' chances? Hope Uzodimma will hope to leverage his power of incumbency to ward off threats posed by his opponent. He also has the financial strength to mobilize support for his victory. As a sitting governor, he is believed to be in control of political structures in the 27 local government areas of the state, which could be used to his advantage in mobilizing support for his re-election bid. Also, Uzodimma's female deputy Chinyere Ekomaro may help him garner women's votes. Women account for over 50% of the total eligible voters in the state. Mrs. Ekomaro hails from Umunoha, a community in Mbaitolu, which is the local government area in the state with the highest number of PVCs, 152,371 collected ahead of the election. The deputy governorship candidate is married to a man from Ikeduru local government area, where Anyanwu, the PDP candidate, also hails from. Has punctured his acceptance by some people of the state, particularly residents of Owerri zone, who believe that the PDP candidate was behind the withdrawal of the former governor from the party's primary. Athan Achono is a successful businessman, but his participation in politics has been limited. The 64-year-old came to the limelight in 2015 when he was elected to the Nigerian Senate under the PDP platform to represent Imo North District. But his election was voided a few months later by a court of appeal in Imo State, which ordered a rerun won by Ben Owajimogu of the APC. As to have faded after Obi's loss of the election and subsequently failed to defeat President Bola Tinubu in the election tribunal and the Supreme Court. A frequent lack of popularity, his victory is unlikely. Should he go ahead to emerge winner of the election, the former senator will become the first Nigerian amputee governor.
It's still the Rapid Bike 2023 studio. We continue our coverage of elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states. I am Nkame John, the beloved, also known as the controversial, and I am your host on Rapid TV channel 176 on Star Times, and of course also on Rapid 96.5 FM Umahia, giving you our coverage of all the action as it happens in Bayelsa, in Imo, and in Kogi states. We are live and interactive on all our social media handles, so please feel free to follow, like, and also make your contributions as you watch our live streams on all our social media platforms. Well, voters in Imo State today are casting their ballots to elect a governor for the 47-year-old state. Now, altogether, 18 political parties are presenting candidates in today's election. However, the election is believed to be a three-horse race between the incumbent governor, Hope Uzodimma of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Samuel Anyanwu of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, and Athan Achono of the Labour Party. Now, figures published by INEC on its portal show that there are 2,419,922 registered voters in the state, but only 2,318,919 of them who collected their permanent voters cards, PVCs, are eligible to vote in today's election. The number of registered voters is 6.5% more than the 2,272,293 recorded for the previous 2019 elections in the southeastern state. Now, voting is expected to place at 4,758 polling units in 305 registration centers within the state. The exercise will not hold in 38 plus polling units because there was no registered voters at those units. Now, the process will commence at 8:30 a.m. this morning, and hopefully should be winding down about now, between 2:30 and 3 p.m. Though voters are already at their polling units before the time, of course, from reports we are getting, the voters are taking their time to exercise their franchise. Joining me to give us all the latest updates from Imo State is our man on the ground, Kingsley Onwuka, who's been up and about, ensuring that we don't miss any of the action. Good afternoon, Kingsley. How is it going in Owerri, or where are you, to be precise, in Imo State?
I'm currently at Emekuku in Owerri North local government, and then this is the local government I'm coming for the first time in this massive crowd here, waiting to exercise their franchise. This is the 12th local government I've visited during my review report, and since we are so far, security present in the state is impressive, but it seems to be voter apathy from where we are coming from, because we went to Keduru, we went to Mbano, we went to Tolu, we went to Nkwere, to Wangele. So it seems to be voter apathy in that side we are coming from. That side I just mentioned is the Olu zone. Currently, I'm in the Owerri zone where this is Emekuku, and this is the first time we are moving around since we are being in Imo State. See this wonderful massive crowd waiting to exercise their franchise, and we have two polling booths here, and this is the polling booth of the ABGA candidate, Mr. Ijobi. We had interview session with him. He said that he was also complaining of vote buying, and he was also complaining from the reports we received from the situation room that happened in Ijato North and Ijato South.
Now, Kingsley, I know that Olu is one of the big local governments in Imo State, but it is also one of the in Imo State. What's the situation in Olu? Do you have any report on how the exercise is going in Olu?
The place I visited, that is the local government I visited in the Olu zone, which is Nkwere. Nkwere have boundary between Olu, that is the main Olu local government, and the Nkwere, they have boundary. But you see lots of security present and patrol team. Over their election is also going on. But reports we are getting from there is that there was vote buying. Even the PDP candidate, Senator Samuel Anyanwu, at his polling unit where he also exercised his franchise. But he also complained of voter apathy, because it seems that many people are not aware that or they have their personal reason for not turning out today.
All right, now Kingsley, I know that a better part of today, and since you arrived in Owerri, you've had the opportunity to interact with Imolites, and haven't lived in Imo myself. I know that Imolites are very, very vocal when it comes to politics, election. What's the pulse like as far as Imolites are concerned? Are they hopeful that the exercise will be creditable, will be transparent, so as to be able to deliver their aspirations for the next 4 years?
My interaction with some Imolites I interviewed yesterday, and they said a lot of things. They said there should be no vote buying. Some said there should be no bloodshed. Some said that the mandate of the people should stand. INEC should do a transparent election to see that there is no need of a candidate taking the other candidate to court after INEC have done the necessary. This is what the people are expecting from INEC.
All right, now you are at the polling center where the candidate of the Labour Party, the man that is called the one-armed general, had casted his vote. Did you have the opportunity to interact with him? After casting his votes, what was his reaction to the entire exercise? Is he hopeful that the exercise will probably give him the opportunity he's been looking for to become the first citizen of Imo State?
I'm not at the Labour Party candidate polling booth. The Labour Party candidate polling booth is in Obo. I'm currently at Emekuku in Owerri North, where the ABGA candidate, that is the All Progressive Grand Alliance, this is the ABGA candidate polling booth, Mr. Anthony Ejogo. This is where he exercised his franchise. But after voting, we had an interaction with him. He complained of vote buying. He complained of violence happening in Idiaso North, Idiaso South. He said this is the report he's getting from his situation room, and he's hopeful that he's going to win the election. According to him, this polling booth is where his uncle too is voting for, who is also a stakeholder in APC. So he believes that the exercise and the process will be transparent.
All right, Kingsley, just before I let you go, most political watchers see Imo as a two-horse race between incumbent Hope Uzodinma of the All Progressive Congress and, of course, the one-armed general, Achunonu, of the Labour Party. Have you been able to get any feelers as to how these political heavyweights are feeling? We know that they would naturally have their own monitoring units that are closely following the elections at the various polling units across the state. But are there any feelers coming from their camps as to how the election exercise has gone so far, whether they have any apprehensions or otherwise?
Okay, based on apprehension, the PDP candidate, that is Senator Samuel Achono, he said some people were apprehended as army moves because they came to cause violence from their they took them away. And then based on the feelings the Imolites are experiencing, everybody is hopeful. Nobody don't want to say the person they are voting for. Everybody is hopeful that the best man should win the race.
And what about security? Are there reports of any skirmishes of trouble or violence or disruption of the exercise anywhere across Imo State?
And for now, there is no report of violence. I'm still in communication with the INEC PRO, and there is no report of violence. And the DIG posted to Imo, who is also the former first spokesperson, that is Frank Omba. He also have his patrol team. They have been busy grooming the of Owerri and other parts of Imo State to ensure that the citizens are safe. We don't just see policemen, we see army people with their van and trucks everywhere. At least just to give that people the belief that this is what they can come out and vote and go back to their houses.
Well, Kingsley, thank you so much for ensuring that you brought us all the updates so far. As always, my appeal is stay safe, ensure that you keep us up to speed with developments as they evolve, and we hope that in the end, the people of Imo State will have cause to celebrate. All right, our man on the ground in Imo State, Kingsley Onwuka, updating us on the ongoing electoral exercise. It's just about 9 minutes thereabout to the top of the hour, 3 o'clock, and that suggests that if we must follow the timetable of the electoral umpires, INEC, most part of the exercise will be about rounding up, and collation of results will be ongoing. Well, just to let you know that the joint body of Southeast Council of Elders and Traditional Rulers and the representatives of the Igbo Archbishop and Bishops on Peace and Conflict Resolution have called for free, fair, and transparent elections in Imo, Kogi, and Bayelsa as the three states go to the polls today. Now, the group, in a press release titled "Let Peace Reign," said that such transparent atmosphere will enable the best candidate to emerge to lead in probably the most perilous times for the country in decades. Now, according to them, the aftermath of the highly contentious general elections in February and March this year was characterized by a dispute of results that in turn precipitated a plethora of court cases which have left the nation marred in a deepened distrust for public institutions. So that one coming from the joint body of the Southeast Council of Traditional Rulers and the representatives of Igbo archbishops and bishops. Well, sadly, we can report that several gunshots were fired early this morning at Amimo Central School in Amimo Ward, Ikeduru, local government area of Imo State, as residents trooped out to cast their votes in today's gubernatorial elections. Now, things turned ugly as the polling unit at the after police officers clashed with party agents. Now, reports say that the trouble began when some party agents insisted that the police officers should not escort officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission to one of the polling units in the ward. Now, the police officers were said to have insisted on escorting the INEC officials alongside the materials to the polling unit. The incident led to a face-off between the police officers and the party agents. Now, voting has since commenced in the three states of Kogi, Imo, and Bayelsa, where off-circle gubernatorial polls are taking place today. In other polling units in Imo, monitored by some of our reporters on ground, there is a semblance of peace and order, with electoral officers arriving early and displaying the voters' register as required. However, INEC officials did not arrive at Amimo Central School early enough, but we are keeping our ears to the ground and the lenses of our cameras beamed on developments as they evolve. We'll quickly give you some sights and sounds as captured by the lenses of our cameras of the entire election exercise from Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi. It is still the rapid Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi election 2023 studio. We ask you to enjoy the sights and sounds.
Imo State Governor Hope Uzodimma, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress (APC), is set to battle 17 other candidates in the November 11, 2023 governorship election in the state, in a bid to retain his position as the #1 citizen of Governor Hope Uzodimma will conclude his first term in January 2024 after being sworn in as governor in January 2020. After the Supreme Court nullified the election of the then sitting governor, Emeka Ihedioha, and declared Uzodimma as the winner of the election. Ihedioha had been declared winner of the 9th March 2019 governorship election in the state under the platform of the People's Democratic Party (PDP). He had served as governor for about 8 months between May 2019 and January 2020. Before he was sacked by the Supreme Court. This development pushed Imo into the list of states holding off-cycle elections in Nigeria. Some analysts say there had been an unwritten code in Imo State which provided for power rotation among the 3 political blocs in the state, which also represent the 3 senatorial districts of Olu, Owerri, and Okigwe zones. Owerri Zone, with 9 local government areas, covers Imo East District. Okigwe Zone, which has 6 local government areas, covers Imo North District, while Olu Zone, with 12 local government areas, covers Imo West District. However, the code was truncated when Rochas Okorocha emerged as governor of the state in 2011 under the platform of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, and exited office in 2019 after his second tenure. Okorocha, who defeated the sitting governor from Okigwe Zone to emerge governor, hails from Ogboko, a community in Idato South Council area in Olu Zone. His emergence disrupted the alleged zoning arrangement in the state, which had favored the candidate from Okigwe Zone to continue being governor to complete the zoning cycle. Alternatively, the Owerri Zone would have been favored to take their shot at the governorship to keep the zoning arrangement alive, given that the previous governor hails from Olu Zone. For clarity, the first civilian governor of the state, Achike Udenwa, hails from Ami-Ifeke in Olu local government area of the state within Olu Zone. Udenwa, who governed from 1999 to 2007, was succeeded by Ikedi Ohakim from Okohia in Isialambano local government area of the state in Okigwe Zone. Ohakim governed the state from 2007 to 2011 before handing over to Okorocha. Emeka Ihedioha took over from Rochas Okorocha after winning the 9th March 2019 governorship election in the state, but was sacked from office by the Supreme Court on 14th January 2020. Ihedioha hails from Mumbuto community in Abombise local government area within Owerri Zone. The Supreme Court consequently declared Hope Uzodimma as the validly elected governor of the state. The governor, community in Oru East local government area within Olu Zone. This means that Olu Zone has served as governor of the state for nearly 20 years since 1999. A victory for Uzodimma on Saturday will take the figure to 24 years. However, Okigwe Zone served for 4 years, while Owerri Zone served for only about 7 months. Observers say the superior voting strength being enjoyed by Olu Zone may have accounted for their dominance in Imo State over the years. The zone has the highest number of local government areas in the state, 12 in number, and often emerged as the zone with the highest number of permanent voters card collected. But checks revealed that Owerri Zone has overtaken Olu Zone in voting strength. Owerri Zone, with 9 local government areas, emerged as the zone with the highest number of PVCs collected for the 2023 governorship polls in the state, according to the data from the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC). A total of 1,032,405 voters collected their PVCs in Owerri Zone ahead of the election, while Olu Zone, with 12 local government areas, came second with a total of 890,702 voters picking their PVCs in the zone. Okigwe Zone is third with 395,812 voters collecting their PVCs in the area. Of the 18 candidates taking part in the exercise, only 3 are considered major contenders. They are the sitting governor of the state, Hope Uzodimma of the APC, former national secretary of the PDP, Samuel Anyanwu, and an entrepreneur, Athan Achono of the Labour Party. The election is therefore a 3-horse race. A common feature among the 3 candidates is that the trio had served as senators in the past, although Mr. Achono was removed about 4 months after being inaugurated as a senator in 2015. So, what are the candidates' chances? Hope Uzodimma will hope to leverage his power of incumbency to ward off threats posed by his opponent. He also has the financial strength to mobilize support for his victory. As a sitting governor, he is believed to be in control of political structures in the 27 local government areas of the state, which could be used to his advantage in mobilizing support for his re-election bid. Also, Uzodimma's female deputy, Chinyere Ekomaro, may help him garner women's vote. Women account for over 50% of the total eligible voters in the state. Mrs. Ekomaro hails from Omunoha, a community in Mbaitolu, which is the local government area in the state with the highest number of PVCs, 152,371 collected ahead of the election. The deputy governorship candidate is married to a man from Ikeduru local government area, where Anyanwu, the PDP candidate, also hails from. Analysts argued that Uzodimma's choice of Mrs. Ekomaro as his running mate was meant to cut down the votes for the PDP candidate in the council area. However, several obstacles are currently threatening Mr. Uzodimma's re-election bid in the poll. The greatest of the obstacles is the insecurity in the state, which has resulted in the death of several persons. The APC candidate has been accused of worsening the insecurity in the state through the use of Ebu Bago, a security outfit accused of extrajudicial killings in the state. But the governor has repeatedly denied being behind the insecurity in Imo State and instead accused opposition leaders of sponsoring the insecurity in the state to frustrate his administration. According to reports, some communities in the state such as Izombe and Agwa in Oguta local government area have since been deserted by residents due to insecurity in the area. Other communities in Olo and also local government areas in the state have witnessed attacks lately, with dozens of residents killed in such attacks. The news gathered that some residents of the state believe Mr. Uzodimma's victory could worsen the already terrible insecurity in the state. Apart from the insecurity, Uzodimma's party APC does not enjoy considerable fellowship in southeast Nigeria, including Imo, when compared to the fellowship of other major parties in the region. The unpopularity of the APC among many residents of the state and region may blur the governor's chances of re-election. Finally, the recent attack on Joe Ajaero, the national president of the Nigeria Labour Congress, allegedly by agents of the state government, and the consequent withdrawal of power supply from the state in protest has left residents fuming at Mr. Uzodimma. The perceived anger against the governor among the residents may stand a big hurdle to his re-election. Samuel Anyanwu, the PDP candidate in the election, is considered a strong contender in the poll, a former PDP national secretary. The candidate is believed to have the required political networks and experience to match Governor Hope Uzodimma's political strength. Although the politician lost the PDP governorship primary election in 2019, some residents consider him a better alternative to wrestle power from Mr. Uzodimma. Anyanwu will be looking to climb to the state's seat of power based on the goodwill of residents of Owerri Zone, where he hails from and had represented in the Senate from 2015 to 2019. Again, as a major contender for the opposition from Owerri Zone, the former senator may enjoy the sympathy of people who believe that the zone has been marginalized in the power-sharing formula in the state since the return of democracy in 1999. There is clamor among the people of Owerri Zone that Mr. Anyanwu deserves to be governor to compensate for the abrupt ouster of the former governor of the state, Mr. Ihedioha, who hails from the zone. More so, the PDP candidate's promise to tackle the insecurity in the state appears to have resonated with many residents of the state who are desperate to see the end of the insecurity in the state. However, the PDP candidate may find himself in the crossfire of a crisis ravaging the party in the southeast and the party's waning influence in the region and state by extension. The PDP recorded 3 consecutive losses in the 2015, 2019 and 2023 presidential elections in Nigeria. The Labour Party's unprecedented dominance in the southeast during the 2023 general election was a signal that the PDP's control of the region was over. Lastly, Anyanwu's Cold War with Ihedioha has punctured his acceptance by some people of the state, particularly residents of Owerri Zone, who believe that the PDP candidate was behind the withdrawal of the former governor from the party's primary. Athan Achono is a successful businessman, but his participation in politics has been limited. The 64-year-old came to the limelight in 2015 when he was elected to the Nigerian Senate under the PDP platform to represent Imo North District. but his election was voided a few months later by a court of appeal in Imo State, which ordered a rerun won by Ben Owajimogu of the APC. The businessman has been inactive in politics since then until he defected to the LP and emerged as the party's governorship candidate in April. Achono is mainly relying on the support from Obedient, supporters of LP presidential candidate Peter Obi, to unseat Governor Hope Uzodimma. Mr. Peter Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, scored over 70% of votes in Southeast, including in Imo State, during the 2023 elections. Although he did not win the presidential election, his involvement in the race is believed to have helped the party to pull surprise victories in the region. In Abia State, for instance, the LP won the governorship election for the first time in 2023. The party also won some seats in the Senate and the House of Representatives during the general elections. However, the wave of the Obedient movement appears to have faded after Obi's loss of the election and subsequently failed to defeat President Bola Tinubu in the Election Tribunal and the Supreme Court. Achono, whose one arm had been amputated after sustaining a severe injury in 1970 during the bloody Nigerian Civil War, may win the sympathy of voters because of his disability, which has earned him the title of one-armed general. But it is doubtful that the sympathy will be enough to garner him enough votes to battle other candidates in the election. Given his political silence since 2016 and consequent lack of popularity, his victory is unlikely. Should he go ahead to emerge winner of the election, the former senator will become the first Nigerian amputee governor.
As Nigerians from the north central of Nigeria return to the polls to exercise their franchise, there are over 18 gubernatorial candidates that have been released by the Independent National Electoral Commission. It's going to be the D-Day for the election. And these 18 political candidates are from the 21 local government areas here in Kogi State, which is divided into 3 senatorial districts: the Kogi West, Kogi Central, and Kogi East. Yesterday, sensitive materials were being dispatched to the various local government areas here in the state. So today, we are going to be getting reactions and how people feel about the election. So join me as we meet with the people here in Kogi State. I am Irene Okechukwu.
Okay, my name is Al-Hassan Abubakar. I'm from Lokoja local government here. Actually, as we can see, troops have been deployed. The soldiers, the police, to ensure peace in the whole 21 local governments. And as you can see, particularly Lokoja local government, they've been seeing securities all around to ensure this election is free and fair. So, but we don't know what will happen, but we pray. But we hope and pray that the election is going to be peaceful.
My name is Abdullahi Abbas. So what I think about election, with the way we see our agency, the security everywhere, I believe that's going to be very peaceful, no violence, and like I always say, election no be war. Just want to have a very peaceful election this time around. Sure, yes, I'm going to go out to vote for the right candidate for the state that will govern the state, and to hope to see changes. Hopefully to see changes.
My name is Khalid Yakub. What I need is a successful election. They should not have maybe anything quarrel or maybe fight. Maybe something like they should come and kidnap boxes or anything like this. They should let everybody should come out and vote successfully, free and fair election. And anybody that come to vote in polling unit they should not sell their vote. Like my side, I do not have anything like problem of snatching or anything. But what I used to hear, if I am here in town here, is not, I not used to hear the happiness word of kidnapping, snatching, and killing one on each other. It's very bad. We are one Nigeria. So we have to fight for each other, for ourselves, not to kill ourselves. So it's a very painful thing. That is my own advice for the people. My prepare is to go and vote. And I know I'm not waiting for anybody's money. Maybe because some people used to come and share money. Some party will come, they will give 2,000 so that you vote for me. Some will give 1,000, you vote for me. People should not go on those. They should not go on their right. Vote for whom you like. The party you love. You should vote for your right, for your choice, and live with. Believe me. That is what I have.
My name is Fatima Ismaila. I want election be successful, make them do election normal way, make no fight, no anything no happen. Make God any person wey God make he win for the election. But normal person may God give us. The normal person where go feel low loss, may God give us. Now what I want is that I pray for Almighty Allah.
INEC office in Owerri, Imo State. We had a gubernatorial election is going to be holding. So this is the place where the collation center is going to be holding here after the election. Let's finish speaking with the commissioner for INEC voters education in Imo State, Mrs. Emmanuela, where she has said that they have done enough to enlighten people like those that they come out in mass and vote. And she said the beavers, she assured the voters of the beavers because the beavers was tested during the mock test. And she's also appealing to voters to materialize and cast their votes.
Well, election materials are not supposed to arrive at 7 anyway. Polls commence by 8:30. So election materials can arrive between 7 or around 7. But the most important thing is that polls commences at 8:30. Then for the ad hoc staff, personnel that we recruited, we've camped them in a registration area camp so that they leave early tomorrow for the polls, for the polling units. The arrangement is that it reduces the travel time from the ward or registration area, as we call it, to respective polling units. We are optimistic that polls will commence early because we have tried to decentralize the hiring of vehicles. Having failed in the first election, that is the presidential election, where we tried to do that centrally, hire buses centrally. So we have re-strategized this time to ensure that each electoral officer hires his or her own vehicles within his locality. When we talk about beavers, the beavers from now has been deployed, all the beavers have been deployed to the local governments, and by tomorrow morning, each beavers will get to the polling units. Because it is an off-cycle election, attention was given to beavers. We have more than enough. They came early and we configured them. Again, remember we went for mock accreditation where we used the beavers too. And from the performances experienced on the beavers from the field, we are sure, I am very optimistic that beavers will perform optimally. Then for the voters, we have tried to encourage them to come out and vote. Because it's an executive position, we are expecting a spread. So we encourage them to please come out, vote, and remain around so that the ballots will be sorted and counted and results and announced as the case may be.
Kinsley, on that, reporting for that.
My name is Akio Sakido.
Hey guys, this is Anto Lecky.
My name is Leo Bliss.
My name is Akava. I go by the name Baba D.
And you're tuned into Rapid TV. And I love Rapid TV.
Shout out Rapid TV. Thank you, Rapid TV. Please keep watching
Rapid TV.
This is Rapid TV.
Rapid
TV.
Keep watching.
Keep it left down.
Leave it like that.
generous, 50, and this process takes next to nothing. There and then they take the photograph, and these are people who are trained with our public funds, so they cannot tell you that they don't know how to use the beavers to take the photograph. They take the photograph there and then with everybody there, because the agents are already assigned, and then they upload the photograph and paste that result. Everybody goes home. At that time, you are at liberty to take a shot of that photo of the pasted result and send it to any serious candidate. Should have people in every polling unit. Please, I beseech you by the mercies of God. And INEC, I'm addressing you so that you don't put your staff in harm's way. If I had my way, and I hope this is not against the law, but if I had my way, nobody will leave that place. No INEC staff, except they've just done the simple thing that is what they're supposed to do. Just write the results, very simple, paste it. Everybody saw the counting, everybody knows what justice is, and then you can go. You can go. Now, the issue of uploading, whether there's network or no network, the moment you have pasted it, taking the picture, you won't have. I'll tell you a personal experience. I had to download every result on the IREF, every single one, and then I now got, because I was in a tribunal, that's a story for another day, and I now got the INEC results, that they gave, and out of 4,254 polling units, I had discrepancies in over 1,500 in my result. And I say this as what is already in the tribunal. I'm not being speculative. And I ask anybody to challenge. Out of 4,254, over 1,500 of the IREF results were different from the INEC results. And these are what bring about litigation and people being unhappy. And this is where small parties lose out, because the agent of the small party will be compromised when they get inside the house. The figures will tally, but guess what? Your 10 votes will become 0. Your 12 votes will become dash. Your 20 votes will become nil from all the small parties. But small parties having their small votes will inspire them next time to do better. But when you collect their votes and compromise their agent and add it to yours and it tallies, and then you declare the result, those small parties, they will not be happy. So INEC, I beseech you by the mercies of God, please just follow that simple procedure. Do the accreditation, do the voting, do the sorting, do the counting, and there and then, point 5, write the results right there in the presence of the people as you count each one, and then paste it and let the people go home. I pray that INEC will listen to this and follow it, and then there will be peace and people will be happy. God bless all of us. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Benga Deinka the First is back with Laugh Matas Lagos again. Featuring Ali Baba, Two-Face Idibia, Destalker, Adewale Ayuba, Omo Baba, Rugadi Baba, Bash, Dr. Smile, Kofi the Guru, Aristos Band, MC Adele, Funny Bone, MC Danfo, Babalaria, Gorose Kitty, Damola, Mekoyo, Mario, MC 90s, Lizzie J, MC Lio, Ashney, DJ Vinny, and many more. Date Sunday, 26th November. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel. Time 4 p.m. Tickets regular 5K, VIP 20K, silver table 1 million. Gold table 2 million, platinum table 3 million. Tickets available at all Ebano supermarket outlets. Ebony Live Cinema VI, Royal Root Cinema, Ikotaleki, Cap Cinemas, Ogundano Street, Ikeja, and online at ariatickets.com, grandtickets.ng, laughmatas.ng. Brought to you by Mortina, Goldberg, Ace Beaters, supported by Laugh Matas, Oma Loud Media partner.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to a special celebration like no other. It's been an incredible journey, and this month of September, we're marking the 1-year anniversary of your #1 lifestyle station in Umuahia.
That's right. Rapid 96.5 FM has been your go-to source for the hottest tunes, the latest news, and our unbiased reportage. We couldn't have done it without all of you.
We want to express our heartfelt gratitude by celebrating you, our dear listener, all month long with giveaways, tickets, Rapid branded goodies, to mention a few.
That's right. Tune in every day on Rapid 96.5 Umuahia or listen at www.rbnradiotv.com for a chance to win incredible prizes as we celebrate the people of the Southeast and Nigeria.
Join us at Rapid FM every day as we celebrate 1 year of rocking the airwaves this September.
On the sound of your city.
Rapid 96.5 FM Umuahia.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTimes inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTimes antenna and satellite signal. StarTimes Sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTimes highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
My name is
Ima Ehumadu, aka Lapista.
My name is DK, aka Mama Chinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere. Don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Saturday, November 11, 2023, the Nigerian states of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi go to the polls to decide who steers the affairs of these states for another 4 years. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM and watch Rapid TV, channel 176 on StarTimes for exclusive coverage of the polls from Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi as Rapid Bike Studio takes you from when the voting starts till when the results are announced. It will be live, interactive, with breaking news, live eyewitness reports, and all that unfolds in Saturday's polls. And you can be a part of our growing online community by following and liking Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV on all social media platforms while you contribute to our conversations on the polls. Rapid Bike Studios, let's see the process through together.
Can you feel the chill in the air? It is one of the signs that we are fast approaching the most wonderful time of the year.
Get ready for what promises to be the first of its kind and the most amazing Christmas celebration ever in Abia State, as U-Town Entertainment will unveil the first ever Abia Christmas Village Festival.
7 days of family time, fun, relaxation, entertainment, and shopping from 25th to the 31st of December 2023. It promises to be fantastic.
Are you a vendor looking to cash in on the biggest festive season of the year? Then what are you waiting for? Hurry and book your stand now.
Call 0806 356 8266.
For sponsorship and partnership considerations, please call or send a message to 0803 851 3982.
The Abia Christmas Village Festival is a presentation of U-Town Entertainment and proudly supported by Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV.
Now it's Christmas time, oh yeah. We get drunk on wine, oh yeah. And we're feeling fine, oh yeah.
Saturday, November 11, 2023, the Nigerian states of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi go to the polls to decide who steers the affairs of these states for another 4 years. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM and watch Rapid TV, channel 176 on StarTimes for exclusive coverage of the polls from Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi as Rapid Bike Studio takes you from when the voting starts till when the results are announced. It will be live, interactive, with breaking news, live eyewitness reports, and all that unfolds in Saturday's polls. And you can be a part of our growing online community by following and liking Rapid 96.5.
Well, John, I'm here at Akali, Ward 5. It has 3 polling units here, Unit 18, 19, and 20, here in Yenagoa, local government area of Bayelsa State. Of course, Yenagoa is the capital of Bayelsa, and you can see how peaceful the process is. People are lined up, ready to vote. And I mean, voting is already going on. You can see members of security are here. You can see members of the Joint Task Force, they are all here. You could see presence of the Federal Road Safety, the Civil Defense, members of the Nigerian Police Force. So far, so good. All of the polling units I've visited so far have security personnel in them. They have observers going around observing the election. Of course, INEC had released that for the election in Bayelsa State, there are over 188 domestic observers and 8 foreign observers. So basically, there is a whole patrol going on in and around the city. There is a whole patrol going on in and around the city. City is safe. You can see the boys of the different communities are also forming a task force for themselves.
Now in Gadashagari here in Lokoja, local government area, as you can see, the voters are out here to also cast their vote. And so far, there are over 750 voters who will be casting their vote today. This is Ward 025. So we are going to get the reaction from the people and know how the electoral process is going.
My name is Ahmed Abdurazak from Awara Ward here, and by the glory of God, it's going on well with us since we have started this since morning. So thank you for the
My name is Mohammed Aliu. I'm from Gadashagari. This is our polling unit here, and so luckily we thank God our election is going successfully. There's no problem. We are doing it well. Yes, we started on time. We started after 8, and so luckily we thank God. Thanks for security. We thank God they are with us here. They are all with us here.
This is Usman Jimba Isa from Gadashagari polling unit. 025 is the number of the polling unit. The INEC are doing well, even the voters are doing well, everything is intact. We don't have any problem in our polling unit. All the voters have started since around 8 o'clock and we are continuing doing. So by so doing, we hope everything will be successful. There is no problem in our polling unit.
We are live here in City School Owerri, and this is Owerri Municipal Collation Center. As you can see behind me, adult staff are being discharged to go to the various polling units under this local government, and you see some NYSC corps members. Security presence in this collation center is impressive. You can see the joint force in this group. All captains in rapid.
Saturday, November 11, 2023, the Nigerian states of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi go to the polls to decide who steers the affairs of these states for another 4 years. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM and watch Rapid TV channel 176 on Star Times for exclusive coverage of the polls from Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi, as Rapid Bike Studio takes you from when the voting starts till when the results are announced. It will be live, interactive, with breaking news, live live eyewitness reports, and all that unfolds in Saturday's post. And you can be a part of our growing online community by following and liking Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV on all social media platforms while you contribute to our conversations on the post. Rapid Bike Studios. Let's see the process through together.
Benga Deinka the First is back with Laugh Matas, Make Us Again. Featuring Alibaba, Two-Face Idibia, Des Talker, Adewale Ayuba, Omo Baba, Rogadi Baba, Bash, Dr. Smile, Kofi the Guru, Aristos Band, MC Ajele, Funny Bone, MC Danfo, Babalaria, Gorose Kitty, Damola, Mekoyo, Mario, MC 90s, Lizzie J, MC Lyle, Ashney, DJ Vinny, and many more. Date Sunday, 26th November. Venue, Balmoral Convention Center, Federal Palace Hotel. Time, 4 p.m. Tickets, regular 5K, VIP 20K, silver table 1 million. Gold table 2 million, platinum table 3 million. Tickets available at all Ebano supermarket outlets. Ebony Live Cinema VI, Royal Root Cinema, Ikota Lekki, Cap Cinemas, Ogundano Street, Ikeja, and online at ariatickets.com, grandtickets.ng, laughmatas.ng. Brought to you by Mortina, Goldberg, Ace Peters, supported by Laugh Matas, Oma Loud Gone.
Magic has hit your imagination of TV. A brand new sundial with StarTimes inbuilt technology. New TV innovation with an inbuilt decoder that connects you to both StarTimes antenna and satellite signal. StarTimes sundial TV, you can enjoy over 300 local and international channels, 1 month StarTimes highest bouquet for free, automatic system update. More benefits, more affordable. StarTimes Sundial TV is available in all StarTimes branches and dealers countrywide. StarTimes Inside, entertainment inbuilt.
Can you feel the chill in the air? It is one of the signs that we are fast approaching the most wonderful time of the year.
Get ready for what promises to be the first of its kind and the most amazing Christmas celebration ever in Abia State, as U-Town Entertainment will unveil the first ever Abia Christmas Village Festival.
7 days of family time, fun, relaxation, entertainment, and shopping from 25th to the 31st of December 2023. It promises to be fantastic.
Are you a vendor looking to cash in on the biggest festive season of the year? Then what are you waiting for? Hurry and book your stand now.
Call 0806 356 8266.
For sponsorship and partnership considerations, please call or send a message to 0803 851 3982.
The Abia Christmas Village Festival is a presentation of U-Town Entertainment and proudly supported by Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV.
Now it's Christmas time, oh yeah. We get drunk on wine, oh yeah. And we're feeling fine, oh yeah.
My name is
Emma Ehumadu, aka La Pista.
My name is DK, aka Mamachinedu.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
You are watching Rapid TV.
Shout out to Rapid TV.
Hey, Rapid TV, Carigo.
The biggest, the finest, the only Rapid TV.
Rapid TV.
Yes, keep watching.
Don't go nowhere, don't touch that dial.
Keep watching Rapid TV.
This is me giving a rapid response to Rapid TV.
Saturday, November 11, 2023, the Nigerian states of Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi go to the polls to decide who steers the affairs of these states for another 4 years. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM and watch Rapid TV, channel 176 on StarTimes for exclusive coverage of the polls from Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi, as Rapid Bike Studio takes you from when the voting starts till when the results are announced. It will be live, interactive, with breaking news, live eyewitness reports, and all that unfolds in Saturday's polls. And you can be a part of our growing online community by following and liking Rapid 96.5 FM and Rapid TV on all social media platforms while you contribute to our conversations on the polls. Rapid Bike Studios. Let's see the process through together.
Right, we continue our live coverage of the 2023 off-cycle gubernatorial elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states. Let's quickly go on social media to take your contributions and reactions of our coverage so far. We start with this one from Princess SOS Some people in Kogi State are complaining EVAS machine can't capture their faces. What? That one coming from Princess SOS Christopher Kidike Mon. And he says INEC seems to do better at off-circle elections. Perhaps it's because the workload is less. So some commendation there for the electoral umpires, the Independent Electoral National Electoral Commission, INEC. And then we have all the way from diaspora, we have Denise Braxton. Cheers to fellow Igbos in Imo State. I hope we get it right this time. Hashtag Imo Decides 2023. So we're monitoring developments Imo, Bayelsa, and Kogi are concerned. Then we have this one. It says buying of votes in Imo. This is so sad. Vote buying being witnessed in some parts of Imo State. And then we have Eventville with this after how many months of preparations. I was hoping that the problem with the beavers will be a thing of the past. This is just terrible. And I think finally we have this one from the exclusive perfumery. It said, I would like to commend Rapid TV for following this up so well. Well done. Thank you very much for that encouragement there. We will, as always, keep our promise of keeping our ears to the ground and the lenses of our cameras beamed on developments as they happen. And I'm sure you got the opportunity to see, to enjoy the sights and sounds of the election as brought to you by our team covering of gubernatorial elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi State. Talking about Kogi State seems to be very much in the news as we follow developments in Kogi State. We hear that intriguing developments unfold as the field result sheet surfaced in Kogi State. INEC have been alerted to the discovery of field result sheets at various polling stations in Kogi State. The commission is taking this matter very seriously. Our top officials have been dispatched to the state, presently conducting a thorough investigation into these occurrences. The commission will promptly announce its decision. Hashtag Kogi Decides 2023. When sending your contributions via our social media platforms, don't forget to add the hashtags. Hashtag Bike Studio 2023, hashtag Kogi Decides 2023, hashtag Bayelsa Decides 2023, hashtag Imo Decides 2023, and of course hashtag Rapid TV, hashtag Rapid 965 FM, so that all your posts will trend. And talking about the story, the update I just did, there are pictures of field result vote sheets already trending as a result of that. And staying with developments in Kogi State, where the gubernatorial candidate of the APC says election peaceful, orderly. Ododo, the flag bearer for the APC in the off-season elections in Kogi. Well, All Progressive Congress APC Kogi governorship candidate Usman Dodo today said the ongoing election in the state was peaceful and orderly. He made the remark casting his vote at his polling unit. He commended the Independent National Electoral INEC for the conduct of the ongoing election. According to Dodo, he was quoted as saying, and I quote, I commend INEC management for how far it's going, and as you can see, the election is peaceful and orderly. So that reaction coming from the APC candidate Usman Dodo after casting his vote in his polling unit. And then still from Kogi State, we hear that Dino Melaye has raised an alarm over alleged result sharing in Ogo areas of the state. Now, the Kogi State gubernatorial candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Senator Dino Melaye, has alleged that result sheets have been pre-filled and tampered with in all polling units located in Ogori / Magongo local government area of Kogi State. Melaye also said that there are massive protests in the unit as voters have refused to be accredited, insisting that the plain result sheets should be made available for the electorate in those areas. The former Kogi senator made this known in a short video posted on social media this morning as the off-season gubernatorial elections kicked off. Of course, Dino Melaye, known for his strong presence on social media, he urged the people to resist any form of malpractice that would scuttle their wish as the people of Kogi State. The result sheets, well, Dino has made certain statements, and of course, INEC has come out to say they are investigating and will make a formal statement coming hours. And of course, once they do make that statement, we will do our bit to bring it live to you on via our bike studios here on Rapid TV channel 176 on Star Times, and of course on Rapid 96.5 FM Umahia. Don't forget, you can follow us on all our social media. We expect that as you follow, you like Rapid TV and Rapid 96.5 FM, and of course make your comments, and as you can see, we will take them live on our bike studios. Well, we hear that the governor of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahaya Bello, has said that he would be leaving the state better than he met it. Bello, who was speaking shortly after casting his ballot at his Agaza country home in Okene today, also awarded a pass mark to the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, security agency, and the people for ensuring peaceful conduct of the election. He said, and I quote, "You have seen for yourselves how peaceful we have been conducting ourselves since voting started. That shows those who do not confidence that his successor would build on the solid foundation he had left in the last 8 years. He urged the people to keep on exhibiting the highest point of orderliness, adding, and I quote, "On arrival at the polling unit, queue up, wait for your turn, cast your vote, and ensure that your vote is counted, and leave the rest to those in charge." That's coming from the incumbent governor Yahaya Bello after casting his vote in his polling unit. And then former President Goodluck Jonathan is also in the news. He has called for the end of the off-circle election. Former President Goodluck Jonathan has urged the National Assembly to make law that prohibit off-season elections in the country. The ex-president and joint leader spoke today, Saturday, from his country home as he cast his vote in his polling ward, Ward 13, polling unit 39 at Otuke in the Ogbibia local government area of Bayelsa State. Of course, anybody who's followed the elections, and especially President Goodluck Jonathan, would know that he always votes in his polling unit, in his homestead. Well, like Bayelsa, governorship elections are held in Imo and Kogi today. Earlier in March, governorship elections were held in 28 out of the 36 states of the Federation. This was so because the governorship elections of 8 states, Anambra, Bayelsa, Edo, Ekiti, Imo, Kogi, Osun, and Ondo, are held off-season due to who was buried or off-cycle and harmonized with the general. According to him, with the way things are in the country, the presidential elections might become off-season. The ex-governor of Bayelsa State said an off-season presidential poll almost happened in 2007, and when he contested as a running mate with President Umar Yar'Adua of blessed memory. President Goodluck Jonathan advocating that off-season elections should stop, and advocating that the National Assembly should harmonize the electoral calendar to ensure that the presidential elections and general elections are held at the same time across the nation. More developments as we quickly go to Imo State, where we hear that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, has alleged APC woman leader received electoral materials. Now, the details of the story is that the People's Democratic Party, PDP, had alleged that the All Progressive Congress, APC, was planning to plant its members as ad hoc staff in the ongoing election in Imo State. The party, in a statement posted on its official X handle, that's Twitter, today, Saturday, alleged that a woman leader of the All Progressive Congress was caught taking delivery of electoral materials in Owerri, the state capital. The party declared it would not allow the APC members to serve as independent National Electoral Commission INEC staff in the election. Of course, you can go online to check out the PDP's post with regards to this development. And finally, still talking about developments in Imo State, the Labour Party LP gubernatorial candidate in today's off-circle governorship election, Achonu, has alleged a plot to rig the polls. Achonu alleges that there is a plot to ensure that BVAS malfunctions in some polling units across the state. He asserted that the purpose was either to produce a falsified result or to disrupt the voting process in specific areas where the riggers lacked a strong presence. The Labour Party candidate made the appeal while addressing journalists in Owerri, the state capital. So those are some of the updates that have come through in the last couple of minutes, and we are gradually winding down to this session coverage of developments in Bayelsa, Imo and Kogi State, but without letting you know that we will be back by 6 p.m. local time, Nigerian time, just in case you're watching us from other parts of the world. Trust us to continue to bring you updates, interactions as much as we can and as caught by the lenses of our cameras. I will leave you with more sights and sounds from Bayelsa 2023 as caught by the lenses of our cameras. I am John Nkamian the Beloved, also known as the controversial, the Rapid Bike Studio will be back at 6. Do stay with us.
Saturday, November 11, 2023, the Nigerian states of Bayelsa, Imo and Kogi go to the polls to decide who steers the affairs of these states for another 4 years. Tune in to Rapid 96.5 FM and watch Rapid